trains are always rad to me. And then, you know, I tried the whole get jobs and have an apartment, and I thought about school, never really went. And then I gave up on it all and just was like, man, I've always wanted to train hop, and just did it. Usually most of the kids who all travel like get traveling names because no one wants to use their real name because it's like their new life and new lifestyle. And my group of kids who taught me, there was acorn, walnut, soup, and then I got onion because we all had food names, and it was pretty funny. We all like drew out like our little train tags and everything like that. And like train hopping's always been like my escape from everything else. Like nothing else matters, and especially like I was going through the mountains up to Nevada, and you go right on the top of the mountains, and I was watching the sunset from the very top of the mountains, and I was just like, this is it, man, this is the life. Like, it doesn't get better than this. No worries. It's like, it doesn't matter how long it takes for you to get to where you're going. It's like, you're good, you know? Don't have to worry about bills or job or anything, you know? It's just like you and the sunset with the train, you know? Yeah, I mean, there's the box cars, which are basic box cars, the grainers, and they hold like grains and oats and all those things such as that. And then there's gondolas, and those are kind of like box cars but with no roof, and those carry junk like metal scraps, coal, different things like that. And then there's units, and they push and drive the train. And there's like, let's see, there's buckets too, and those are on the double stacks that carry like the back of diesel trucks, the trailers for them. You get a good pack. Sleeping bag is a must. A good sleeping bag, it'll keep you warm. Bring extra socks, thick socks, some boots. It's always good to have boots. Pair of pants, maybe a pair of shorts. And like just basic tools like a fork and a spoon, can opener, and always have like a jug of water with you too. Like that's always important. You want to make your pack though as light as possible because you're going to be hauling it around everywhere and walk around with like a 70, 80 pound pack all the time on your back. It's like your home, so like you don't let it out of your sight or anything like that. But it gets tiring, especially running after a train with it. I mean, I would encourage anyone who feels they can do it to do it, but if you don't feel like you can do it, don't, you know? Because one, I don't want a whole bunch of idiots out there trying to train hop, because more people who get injured and die and get caught, it makes it harder for us. And two, it's like, I don't know, when there's like, you're waiting in a yard and like there's tons of kids in the yard, you're more likely to get caught, you know? But I'm all up for other train hoppers. I like other train hoppers, as long as you're cool, as long as you're like respectful. My advice would be, if you can get a hold of a crew change guide, it's this book that this crazy guy named Train Doc wrote, and it's all about train routes and where the train stops and everything, and just, you know, it tells you kind of like basics of like what yards are like, which yard is what, like what. Read the intro on it about the basics of train jumping, and like it's common sense. Like if you're with a group of kids who want to teach you how to train hop, and they're like trying to catch a train on the fly, and you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. Like don't try to catch a train on the fly that you don't think you can, you know, run after, or you just don't feel comfortable about. And like if you have to the first couple times, just get on a train when it's not moving. You know, you're gonna have to wait longer, but you know, do that. And then like just common sense, don't be an idiot, don't get drunk, don't drink and jump on trains. That's one of the dumbest things you can do. Dangers of train hopping are the fact that you can get ran over by a train easily, and you can fall off a train and then, you know, die, obviously. I think the worst instance though was part of my shoe got ran over one time in Portland, Oregon. My friend Jordan was running behind me, and I was running. We were going to get on a double stack, and I jumped up, and I was hanging on the ladder, and the train was already going so fast, so then I jumped off and just ate shit because like the ground wasn't moving, but I was moving, and part of my shoe went under the railroad and got ran over. So if it would have been a little bit closer, like my foot wouldn't have gone, you know. Like, so there's been times when it's like you get on that train and you're like it's all worth it, you know. Just,
day to day.